In the last video, we talked about the camera object. In this video, we are going to expand a little on the views and viewpoints of the 3D editor as we make our way through the Blender 4.0 documentation. Again, I just want to say thank you for tuning in again. If you like content like this and want to support the channel, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps a lot. And we make videos pretty regularly, so don't miss out on the learning. Let's take a look at the menu. View, Viewpoint. Have a pause of the video here and take a look at these hotkeys. These hotkeys let you align the viewing direction to a specific axis. This can also be done using the navigation gizmo. We have seen this tool before, but it's the tool on the right over here that lets you look around with the mouse. Remember, you can click on the letter of an axis to align the view. We have seen a few times, but numpad 0 will align your view to the camera. To align to the top, it's numpad 7, and to align to the front, it's numpad 1. To align to the right, it's numpad 3. To align to the bottom, it's Ctrl plus numpad 7, and to align to the back, it's Ctrl plus numpad 1. To align to the left, it's Ctrl plus numpad 3. The above hotkeys align the view to a global, world axis. You can also align to a local axis of the selected item by additionally holding Shift. This way, you can, for example, view any mesh face head-on, no matter how it's oriented. To get out of this local viewpoint, simply align to a global axis again. The view can also be aligned by holding Alt plus the middle mouse button and dragging the mouse in a certain direction. Next, let's take a look at the view regions. View regions are basically just a way we can ignore certain areas of the 3D viewport for other purposes. First, the clipping region. Let's go to View. View Regions Clipping Region, or use the shortcut Alt plus B. This allows you to define a clipping region to limit the 3D viewport display to a portion of 3D space. It can assist in the process of working with complex models and scenes. Once activated, you have to draw a rectangle with the mouse. It becomes a clipping volume of 4 planes, which are a right-angled parallelepiped of infinite length if your view is orthographic, or a rectangular-based pyramid of infinite height if your view is in perspective. Once clipping is used, you will only see what's inside the volume you defined. Tools such as Paint, Sculpt, Selection, Transform Snapping, etc. will also ignore geometry outside the clipping bounds. This is great for coloring in the lines, so to speak. To delete this clipping, press Alt plus B again. And next, let's take a look at Render Regions. Go to View, View Regions, Render Region. View, View Regions, Clear Render Region. Or use the shortcuts Mark, which is Ctrl plus B, or Clear. Ctrl plus Alt plus B. When using the rendered shading mode, it can be quite slow to render the entire 3D viewport. To fix this, you can define a sub-region to render just a portion. This can be very useful for reducing render times for quick previews on an area of interest. Apart from clearing the render region, you can also temporarily disable it in the sidebar if you're not in camera view, or in the Output tab of the Properties editor if you are. And lastly, we are going to look at contextual views. By default, the 3D viewport only shows the scene from one viewpoint. By using quad views, you can see it from multiple viewpoints at the same time, which gives more context about the changes you're making. Let's go to View Area Toggle Quad View, or press the hotkey Ctrl plus Alt Q. Toggling. Quad view will split the 3D viewport into 4 views, 3 orthographic side views, and 1 user perspective view. Quad view is different from splitting the area and aligning the views manually, which we covered in the video on aligning the viewport. In quad view, the 4 views are still part of a single 3D viewport, so that they share the same display options. This gives you a way to look at the object that you are modeling from different angles all at the same time, allowing for more context. What you may notice is that each window here is aligned to an axis. This should greatly help you see what you are doing more clearly. And lastly, before we go, you should see some options to help contextualize. Go to the sidebar, then View and Quad View. You can lock rotation, which, when disabled, it makes it possible to orbit in the orthographic views as well, turning them into perspective views instead. You can do this, but you may lose the advantage of having the views fixed. Lock it again to reset the view to be aligned with an axis and orthogonal. You can tick the Sync Zoom/Pan button, which syncs the view position between side views. This requires lock rotation to be enabled. Or clip contents. This allows you to clip objects based on what is visible in the other side views. Well, that will conclude the section on views for the 3D editor. Join us next time when we look at what the 3D cursor does. Thanks for making it all the way through the video. If you like content like this, please be sure to support the channel by liking and subscribing. See you in the next video.